My cat is giving me hope.
Stuff and ignore the bad stuff.
I feel like any movie that I'm a part of, I just hope that people have conversations after. I think that's the goal of any movie. Hi, I'm Sophie Thatcher, and I'm here with Notion. What drew you to work on Companion? Honestly, Barbarian was one of my favorite movies of 2022. I think horror is in such a new place now. I think people are finally taking it seriously, and I think that Companion is such a great blend of so many different genres too. I thought the script was fantastic. I met with Drew, the director, and we immediately hit it off. There were so many components, and knowing that Jack Quaid was also in it, I'd heard amazing things about him from other actors and really wanted to work with him. What message do you hope people take away from the film? I feel like any movie that I'm a part of, I just hope that people have conversations after. I think that's the goal of any movie. After watching it the first time for me, I felt a sense of confidence, and it's okay to be alone, and I think you learn so much about yourself, and I think that's important. But I think there's so many takeaways from the film, and it changes every time you watch it. Who do you think Iris's favorite artist would be? What song would she play in repeat? So I had an original playlist for her, and a lot of it was very electronic and very MIDI. The band Broadcast was always a really big influence on me growing up, and a lot of those songs from Haha Noise made it on. I think she would be a big Mazzy Star fan. Looking forward, how has Companion influenced the way you approach your craft as an actor and artist? I feel like I learned filming Companion that I'm a far more technical actor than I thought I was, and I've learned a lot of tricks to get to emotional places, whether it be breathing. I've learned a lot about how I hold myself physically in Companion, because it was very different from other movies that I've done. My posture was very different. I had different costumes that forced my posture to be different. I now know that every minute detail counts, and it makes its way into the movie, and you see it all, and it really, really makes a difference. Who's on your playlist at the moment? That is always tricky because there's so much. I recently got an NTS show, and that has been the most inspiring thing for me, because I'm able to look at music differently and finally, find new things and have purpose, because it's so easy to recycle music. I've been listening to a lot of Roxy music. Their first album was one of my first favorite albums. I've been going back to a lot of music I was listening to when I was younger, because it's been enough time. Cindy Lee, I always bring up. I think Cindy Lee is the best. Rips at guitar completely. There's too many to think. I could go on and on. Who are your favorite scream queens in cinema? First that comes to mind is Shelley Duvall. Rest in peace. And I see so many similarities in Mia Goth. They're both just such eccentric, strange, insanely talented natural actors. I was lucky enough to work with Mia Goth, and she was just effortlessly cool. How do you balance the worlds of acting and music? How do they differ creatively? With acting and music, they're both personal in different ways. I find myself, I'm still learning a lot with music. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing yet, and I think that's more exciting, whereas I've been acting my entire life. And I've figured out a lot of just how to get through it, whereas music feels like I'm accessing a more vulnerable place, and it feels more like a step inside of my mind, whereas acting is a way out, and music is far more inwards. Music is my downtime. Acting is my job, and I feel very lucky that I am able to do both right now. What's next for you? I don't know yet, and I think that's exciting to be at a place where I think I can make my own decisions, and I'm willing, more than I've ever been, to take risks. I want to do a project that just seems not like me, just something that surprises people. But also music is really exciting. Again, I don't know where it's going, but I'm working on a lot of new things.
Women's rage is depicted in a very either glamorized or stylized and unrealistic way. And I think it's really nice within Yellow Jackets to see us completely stripped down and bare, and it's gritty. And I think the same with Boogeyman. Within Boogeyman, I'm definitely like the final girl, and she has such a good character arc, and she's not just, the girlfriend or the other. And I think I don't know. It's empowering to have such a full story arc.
You just
Would you rather be on a dating show or a survival show?
Every show is about people on an island and getting voted off, so what's the difference?
I would rather be on the survival show than a dating show. Dating connect with a love and with romantic feelings. And it's a very important part of my life, and I don't really want to play with it.
I would thrive on a dating show because I'm extremely charismatic and fun to talk to. Duh.
I'm gonna say dating show because I already feel like I'm on a survival show, which is Yellow Jackets. So let's try to spice it up with some lightness.
Well, I am very happily married, so I will say a survival show, which God help us all.
Imaginez la vie que je n'aurai jamais, en tout cas pas ici.
I can tap dance, I can do this. That's not that cool. Hi Nylon, this is Sophie Thatcher and this is my dating profile. Dating me is like lots of highs and lots of lows, but a lot of fun. A fact about me that surprises people is that I have a twin. I'm right-handed, she's left-handed. We don't look alike anymore, but we're identical. An audio message that I would give to my potential date, like in Lost Highway, meow meow. Perfect first date would definitely be staying inside. I think it would just be talking over music and looking at someone's Spotify and looking at their playlist. I think it takes a couple dates to get there because it's a very vulnerable thing, sharing your Spotify Wrapped. A non-negotiable, not being able to drive because I don't drive and I need to be the passenger princess. The last time I felt alive, I guess when I'm making music, not to be corny, but when something clicks, it clicks. My guilty pleasure is watching every 90 Day Fiancé episode, and there are many. Don't put a headshot. That's so corny. Be yourself. Instagram is the best dating app. I stand by that. Just slide into the DMs.
Perfect. All right. And whenever you're ready, and 3, wait.
Everyone?
Yep.
A living doll everywhere you look. Peanut-crunching crowd shoves in to see them unwrap me hand and foot. The big strip tease. The wind gagging my mouth with my own blown hair, tearing off my voice, and the sea blinding me with its lights, the lives of the dead unreeling in it, spreading like oil. I tasted the malignity of the gorse, its black spikes, the extreme unction of its yellow candle flowers, a great beauty, and were extravagant like torture.
Would you rather have the ability to change your past or the power to shape your future?
I would do the future. I think there's more power in that.
I'm a future person. I'm a futurist.
Anything that I can learn from my future self, I feel like that would be helpful in the present.
I don't think there's any point in changing the past because it's done. And I don't want to relive any of that.
Going back in time is impossible, so I'd rather take the impossible thing.
'Cause I